Hey everyone, it's Dean Murray coming to you with this week's video message. Now that we are scattered about, each of us in our own homes, the term Seder Nation has taken on a brand new meaning, hasn't it? We may be far apart from one another, but we are still connected to Holy Cross and to each other. Students, the first thing I want to say is a huge thank you for your tremendous cooperation during the tumultuous and hectic days of last week. I never would have predicted that we would need to send everyone home before the semester ended, but indeed we did, and we couldn't have done it without your help. So thank you very much. I trust that after all of that, you have arrived safely at home and are settling in. And my message today is really all about adjusting to this new reality. We're all adjusting, including me. I'm working from home, my husband is here too, and our daughter is going to second grade at our kitchen table. We are all sharing space and sharing the internet, and we are all, as a result, needing an extra dose of patience. And I'm willing to bet that the same or a similar scenario is unfolding where you are as well. So I humbly offer a few tips for adjusting as smoothly as possible, and I hope they prove helpful for you. So the first one is just to communicate. Communicate with your family. Talk to them about your study needs and when your classes are meeting online. Find out when your other family members need to be online too, and maybe decide ahead of time how you will handle time conflicts. And this will be especially necessary if your internet connection cannot handle everyone being online at once, as I found out yesterday. So it's helpful to communicate about that. Now that you're home, you're probably taking up some of those family chores that you had before you left for school. And this too requires some communication. This is also an adjustment for you and your family. Some of you have younger siblings and your family needs you to pitch in with babysitting. Talk to your family and gently remind them that unlike summer and semester breaks, you are still in class. And at the same time, it's important that you remember that your family is going through an adjustment as well, and they could really use your help. I'm confident that you can work together and find ways to integrate your academic responsibilities with your home responsibilities, and that everything will work out okay as long as you communicate. So that would be the first thing. The second thing is to set space and time aside for work. So find that little corner in your home that works for you and for your family, and set that aside for you to do your work. Even if it's a shared space, help everyone understand that when you are there, you are doing your schoolwork, and ask everyone to help you be successful at that. If home is too hectic for you to concentrate, you might need to look for alternative spaces to be. Maybe these are places in your neighborhood, like a coffee shop or a library perhaps, or another option might be a relative's home or the home of a high school friend who also finds that they are home unexpectedly from college. So those might be some places that you might try if home is too hectic. The third tip is to set a schedule for yourself. And as silly as it sounds, you need to get up and get dressed every day, just like you would if you were on campus. Everyone loves a pajama day, especially me, but keeping a routine will help you successfully transition into this new way of being. That means making time for exercise too, and for meals. All of that is good for your physical health, of course, but also for your mental well-being, and we want that. The other thing that's really good for our well-being is to stay connected to our friends. So make sure to schedule time to see your friends on whatever device or tool or method you prefer. In these uncertain times, it's really important that we stay connected with one another. And student clubs and organizations can use these tools like Google Meet or Hangouts or FaceTime or whatever. You can use these tools too, and OSI will be reaching out to help you keep your organization running. So that's another way to stay connected. And the last little tip is to have patience. Patience with yourself and with those around you. Every one of us is living into a new reality, and we are all bound to make mistakes. A good dose of patience will go a very long way, and certainly a good sense of humor will go even farther. So I hope you have healthy doses of both. Before I sign off, I just want to cover a few housekeeping items. The first is, beginning next week, I will continue to hold my Wednesday office hours and the monthly Dean's Forum. This month's Dean's Forum will feature Kelly Centellis, Director of Academic Services and Learning Resources, and some of your peers who will join me to discuss how to position yourself for academic success in this online environment. So please do look for an email that will provide directions for logging on to these online meeting places. Second is just a quick word about video meeting etiquette. These are 3 rules that will help everyone, including you, focus on the task at hand. And the first one is, just like before, get dressed just like you would for class. The second is to please be aware of whatever is going on in your background, so others who have you up on their screen don't get distracted. And the third is to just be cognizant of where your camera is pointing. I know these sound like no-brainers, but seriously, I have been a part of enough video conference calls where people did not know their etiquette, and now you get to be the beneficiary of the hard lessons they learned. So have at it. And finally, I will end with a message to our seniors. Today, you all received a message from Father Burrows with the news that so many of you have been waiting for, that the class of 2020 will indeed have an in-person commencement. We don't know the date yet, but we certainly are committed to having you walk across the stage in your cap and gown. And we are, all of us, looking forward to celebrating your achievements with you and your families. And we cannot wait until we are all together again on Mount St. James. So that's great, great news. And with that, I will sign off. That is it for me tonight. And I hope wherever you are, this message finds you well and happy. Until we meet again.